Hi everybody, welcome to the 3S Yoga channel. My name is Nadia. This is Fred. I have two cats since I've been last on here. Sorry, it's been a minute. Today we're going to do a back stretch. It's going to be so chill, so be cozy. Get your socks if you want, or a little hoodie, whatever it is that you guys need. And I have a bolster. If you don't have a bolster, you don't need one. Do what you have with what you have. And you can also grab a pillow. I'm kind of at an angle today so you can see me a little bit better because I am going to be on my back the whole time. I'm going to switch directions on the other side so that you can still see me, but you can just do the other side. I just wanted to let you know. And I have a dinosaur with me today. Her name is Josephine. So first start out on your back and just lie here. Oh, look at my bolster. And let yourself soften and deepen. And what do I mean by deepen? I mean let yourself drop deeper into the ground with every exhale, with focus on your back. So let the head be heavy. Let the shoulders be heavy. And that helps the neck relax. And then let the shoulder blades soften down into the ground. And every vertebrae in the low back and that little curve in the back, just let that soften. Don't worry about pressing it down to the ground, just let it soften. And let the hips get heavy. The back of the legs and the heels and the arms. Forehead, jaw, heart, stomach, quads, palms, soles of the feet. And if you want to create an intention for class today, go ahead. I'm going to offer 2 words if you'd like to pair words with your inhale and exhale. The inhale that I'm suggesting is peace, and the exhale is release. Peace, release. Feel free to use your own words or no words at all. You can just inhale and exhale. And if you are watching the video, this is Cosmo on top of me. And with a lot of these poses, we're going to be taking about 10 breaths. And know that yoga teachers don't really count. We do our best because we're talking some as well. So don't be worried if it's more or less. But we're going to start a simple breath. It's an inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. Continue. And I want you to start noticing the hold, the space between the inhale and the exhale, the space between the exhale and the inhale. You could add your peace and release if you'd like. Or just focus on the space between and smooth transitions, taking you to the next moment of stillness. And hopefully your mind's come to a little bit of a quieter space now that we've really taken the time to center down. So I want you to walk your feet up towards your hips so your knees are bent. And this one is a little bit different than we're used to because it's a low back release. So instead of dropping the knees over to the side, what you're going to do is take your knees and drop them as far away from you as you can and to the left. So my knees are pulling away from my face. So again, they're moving away from me and to the left as far as they can. Your arms can be by your side. They can be in a cactus. They can be out to the sides. And it'll make it a little bit deeper if you look over towards the right. Inhale, peace. Hold. Exhale, release. Hold. Inhale, peace. Hold. Exhale, release. Hold. Continue that slow breath. And with every exhale, as you imagine release, let the body actually release. See if there can be a little bit more space created in between each vertebrae. And my back's been really tight lately, which is why I'm doing this video for you guys. So I actually feel a lot of tension in the low back. So I'm focusing on releasing the quads and the inner thighs and the hips, and letting the low back soften and deepen into the stretch. If you've been doing a lot of movement lately, sometimes we don't take the time to do this work. Three more breaths. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Peace. Pause. Release. Pause. Last one. Open your mouth. And slowly come back to the center. Tense your feet, so walk your feet a little bit away from each other and let the knees drop into the center. Just for a moment. And then bring the feet back together. Elongate the left leg and pull the right knee in. So if you want to make this a little bit more chill, this is where you grab your bolster or your pillow. And before you move over, I want you to lift up your hips a little bit and scooch them over to the right side of the mat, and then drop your knee over onto your bolster, pillow, or towards the ground, and look over towards the right side. So if you want to get deeper, you take your left hand and bring it onto the outer right thigh, but you don't have to, especially if you're being extra restorative like I am today, or you can do the pillow and the hand and look over towards your right. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale, peace. Stillness. Exhale, release. Stillness. Continue. And let's take a little body scan and see where we're holding our tension. So check with the calves, the quads, inner thighs, hamstrings, the glutes, and the side bodies. See if the left side body is doing work to try to hold you up, and try to relax it down. Making space for the back to soften. 3 more breaths. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Giving yourself time in the space between, in the quiet. Last one. Exhale, open your mouth. Beautiful work. Come back towards the center. Bring the hips back towards the middle. I'm moving my bolster, but you don't have to. Just give yourself a minute to drop the knees together. Not a minute, a second. And this one I'm going to give you a couple options as well. So bring the feet wide as the mat and drop the knees over to the left again. Both of them. So we have a couple choices here. This is enough. You can take the left foot and bring it on top of the right thigh and then let the knee pull down. This can be sensitive on some people's knee, the right knee. If it's sensitive, you can pull this foot a little bit higher, or you can scoot your feet over a little bit more to one side or the other to see where it isn't sensitive. And if you are feeling sensitivity in the knee and you can't find a way to not, it's also really awesome just to leave both feet on the ground and not put the foot on top of the thigh. Let's cactus our arms for this one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out and release. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Do the last 5 on your own. Let's take one more together. Release the air. Inhale. Hold. Open the mouth. Exhale. And if your foot is on top of the thigh, release it. If it's not, either way, just come back to the middle. Let the knees drop in towards each other as the feet move wide. We have 2 more that we're going to do on this side. So bring the feet towards each other again and scooch the hips over towards the right side of the mat. Lift your knees up so they're at like a tabletop, and then you're going to drop them over towards the left. So a couple options here. You see how my knees aren't touching? No big deal. I could leave them like that if I wanted. If I wanted it to be more restorative, I would take my bolster. My bolster's a little noisy, huh? And I would put it in between my thighs. That feels really good. Another choice, if both of the knees don't make it down, you can put both of the legs on the thigh. It also feels good if your knees do make it down. So choose whatever you want. And just know you're going to be here for 10 breaths. Arms wherever they're comfortable, on the thigh, out to the side, doesn't matter. If it feels good to look over to the right, that twists the cervical spine as well. And take another body scan as you start to breathe in. Hold and breathe out, release. Hold. Peace. Release. Peace. Release. Releasing the body a little bit deeper with each release. What muscles can you soften? Can you soften the mind? The right hemisphere of the brain, release. The left hemisphere of the brain, release. The whole brain, release. Let's take 3 more. 2. And 1. Open the mouth for an exhale. For the next one, all we're going to do is take the knees, bring the arms out into a T, and you're going to lift the knees up higher as close as you can towards your elbows. So they're up nice and high, getting into a different part of the back. Keep your bolster wherever it is, or switch it up. This is the last one on this side. Notice where it feels in the body different, if at all. Relax the glutes. Bring awareness to the right eye socket and relax. To the left eye socket and relax. Both eye sockets, relax. Still finding the spaces of stillness. Three more. Two more. Peace. Open the mouth, release. You're going to remove the bolster and come back to the center. This time to straighten the legs back out. You're going to take a little scan of the body and see how the back feels. Give your toes a little wiggle. And we're going to switch sides. Like I said, I'm going to bring my head all the way over to the other side. You don't have to do that. I just want you to be able to see my legs. Okay, so the knees are going to be dropping to the right and as far away from your face as you can. So it's like they're starting to point down to the right far corner of your mat. You can look in the other direction. Breathe in. Breathe out. This time let's imagine we're on a swing. And the inhale moves you forward, and the pause is that moment where the swing is just staying without gravity. And then the exhale moves you back. And that pause is that moment of freedom, of weightlessness. Inhaling forward. Hold. Exhaling back. Hold. Continue. Notice if you're using your inner thighs and relax them and the hips. What if you weren't holding yourself up? What would happen? You won't fall, you're already on the ground. Peace. Release. Continue. Let's do 2 more together, emptying the air out. Swing forward as you inhale in your mind. Hold. Exhale. Swinging back. Hold. Last one. Open your mouth. Come back to the middle. Feet wide. Drop the knees together. I hope you're feeling as good as I am. Bring your feet back together. Scooch the hips over towards the left. Elongate your right leg. Your left knee lifts up. If you use the bolster on the other side or a pillow, go ahead and use one here, up to you. Elongate your left arm and look over it. Your hand can be on the thigh or out. Do what's good for you. And as you soften the muscles, sometimes I have to come back to them as well. So I let my head get heavy and my shoulders get heavy to relax the neck. And then I'll check in on perhaps my right hip and glute and my left hip and glute. And then my jaw. The sole of my left foot. The sole of my right foot. Let the head be heavy. Let the shoulders be heavy. Relax the neck. Breathe in. Hold. Breathe out. Hold. Inhale. Exhale. Peace. Release. Peace. Release. Three more. Two more. Inhale. Hold. Open your mouth. Let it go. Release the hand. Come back to the center. Drop the knees together. Now both knees are going to drop out towards the right. The feet are wide, so they're like as wide as the mat. They drop over towards the right. Option to bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. So for me, I even feel that in my hamstring as it stretches there, as well as my low back. Again, if you feel any pressure on the knee, just release it or scooch the foot higher up, or shift the feet over more towards one side or the other. See what works for your body. They're all good. And if you have a sensitive knee on one side but not the other, it might look different. I want you to do a body scan yourself, starting either at the head or at the toes. And see if you can relax each muscle about 10% more. Elongating the inhale and the exhale. Even as your mind moves through the body, keep some awareness on the breath. 2 more. Breathe in. Stillness. Breathe out. Stillness. Inhale. Stillness. Open your mouth. Beautiful. Come back to the center. This is going to be our last 2, remember, so the knees are going to be bent. We're going to have them over to the side at a 90-degree angle and then pull them up closer to our elbow. So first you're going to lift up the hips and scooch them over towards the left side of the mat. That helps keep your spine in the middle of the mat when you twist. So it feels like you're crooked at first, but once you twist, it is in line. So bring your feet about 90 degrees up and drop them over at that same level. You can use your bolster or not. You guys know what's right for you. Like I said, I've been having some back issues, so I'm being extra restorative today. And this twist will get a little bit deeper if you look in the opposite direction of the knees. I'm not going to talk. Just breathe at your own pace. Two more breaths on your own, the last one with a big exhale with an open mouth. For this last pose, I want you guys to decide, are you going to focus on the breath, solely on the breath? Do you want to focus on a full body scan again of yourself and see where you can relax and soften? Do you want to connect the breath with mantra such as peace and release? Or would you just like this time to be still and relax? Make a conscious choice. See if you can stay with that choice, and then have compassion with yourself if you fail or you don't stay with that choice. It's not a failure. It's just awareness, but it might feel like you're not, you know what I mean. So lift your knees up a little bit higher so the knees are moving as close up to the elbow as they can. Solidify your choice. It's the right one. And here we go. Last breath with an open mouth. Exhale. Inhale. Open your mouth. And come back towards the middle. Lengthen the legs. Let the arms flop out. And check in. How was your practice? How does your body feel? Whether your mind was wandering or super focused or just in stillness, give yourself gratitude for just doing it. So Some people do these movements just for the stretch. Some people do it for a breath-body connection. Some do it for a spiritual connection. All are good. You're all showing up for yourself in one way or another. And thank you for allowing me to lead you in your practice. It's a great honor, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you very much. Bring your hands into a prayer or just listen to your heart, to your forehead for the right thoughts, to your mouth for the right words, and to your heart for the right actions. These are three of the only things that we have in our control. Namaste means the spirit in me says hello, acknowledges the spirit in you. Namaste. Continue to vibe out and bring this compassion that you just had for yourself and your body into your day or into your dreams. Bye.